In a recent honest moment with her husband, David Woolley, Sister Wives star Kody Brown made a startling remark that made many take notice. The reality star hinted at the concept of brother husbands in an October 28 teaser, talking about David's surprising connection to her ex-husband, Kody Brown. Fans were taken aback by a phrase Kody used at supper with her present spouse. The scene that will be seen in the next episode made the pair chuckle, but it also made viewers curious about how David and Kody's developing friendship started. After years of family conflict, might the two men actually be getting along? What was Kody's response to the joke that has the internet in a frenzy? Continue reading to learn more. Kody Brown has revealed a side of himself that viewers aren't used to seeing on the most recent season of Sister Wives. Kody recently took a minute to express his regret to his ex-wives for the suffering he had given them. Longtime followers who are familiar with Kody's harsh demeanor were taken aback by this. Kody was among those taken aback by his behavior and urged her husband, David, to become friendly with Kody. At first, David had no interest in the concept, but in the end, he decided to try it because of Kody's optimism. Fans soon witnessed the two men having fun together, even embarking on a lad's trip. Viewers were very aback by Kody's relationship with David, particularly given Kody previously said in a tell-all that he could even envision himself going on double dates with Kody and David. It appears that Season 20 is going to be a real emotional roller coaster. In the most recent Sister Wives video that Access Hollywood has posted, during a casual date with David Woolley, Kody Brown talked candidly about her relationship with Kody Brown. "Here's the thing, Kody is a good man," she informed David. "We had a great time together, and he is a lovely person." She even joked that David and Kody could hang together without her, implying that they would get along well. "As a father, I see things differently, so hanging out with him doesn't mean I'm condoning what his actions are," David retorted. "We all have friends whose actions we don't condone, but that doesn't mean we end things," Kody reassured him. Then she laughed and said, "Doesn't mean you're gonna be brother husbands," in a moment that went viral right after. David was taken aback by the line and said, "Brother husband? What the heck?" They both said, laughing out loud. In his subsequent confessional, Kody responded to the remark about brother husbands, clarifying that the word was more of a cultural joke. Sister wives is a term that is frequently used. It simply became a joke that brother husbands would also use. "But that's not how males typically work," he remarked. In the most recent shocking Sister Wives episode, viewers witnessed an unexpected and delightfully awkward incident that instantly went viral on social media. The once loyal third wife of Kody Brown, Robyn Brown, couldn't resist making fun of her past and present when she playfully called her current husband, David Woolley, and her ex-husband Kody brother husbands. Fans were in stitches when Kody uttered it with her signature sass and glitter, but it also included layers of tension, triumph, and truth. Kody's witty remark demonstrated how far she's come from the lady who formerly lived in the shadow of multiple marriages, which was significant for a family that was once identified by its distinct structure. Let's examine the momentous occasion, the feelings involved, and the reactions of Kody and David when Kody spoke what might end up being one of Sister Wives' most famous comments ever. A world away from the dull beige walls of Flagstaff that had formerly constrained her soul, the episode began in Kody's gorgeous Utah house. Kody's energy has changed significantly since she married David Woolley in 2023. She is now lighter, more liberated, and happier. As she and David create a new mixed family, she embraces her individuality and radiates love and confidence. However, the plot of this week took an unexpected turn. As Kody got ready for a combined family get-together that would feature Kody as well as her kids, Aspa and Mykelti, and truly, cameras followed her. The event? Sable, their daughter, comes home from college. Even while the idea of her ex-husband and her new husband being in the same room could make others shudder, Kody wanted everyone to feel welcome, since family relationships are still important even after tragedy. In her confessional, Kody smirked and stated, "I just want this to be peaceful. No drama, just time with the family, and perhaps a small amount of awkwardness. Well, certainly a lot." Kody Brown didn't come into the show with confidence. His days of strutting into family gatherings, like the head of his own kingdom, are long gone. He is no longer the focal point of Kody's existence, or the one who demands attention. Instead, he is now the outsider. Kody acknowledged in his confessional that he was uncomfortable watching Kody with David. He forced a giggle and continued, "I'm happy for her, I guess. It's still strange, though. I'm not sure how to behave around the man who, well, took my place." David Woolley, on the other hand, appeared totally relaxed and composed as usual. He gave Kody a cordial greeting and even shook his hand, which Kody hesitantly accepted. Despite the apparent tension, Christine, who was always adept at making people laugh, had other ideas. It was surprisingly upbeat as everyone sat down to dinner in the backyard. Before Christine chose to break the ice in her own unique way, the children were giggling, David was conversing with ease, and even Kody appeared to relax. During a toast, she lifted her glass and remarked, "Here's to family," with a cheeky smirk. "And to my husband and my ex-husband, my two favorite men. What do you know? That makes you two brother husbands, I suppose." After a moment of silence, the table burst into laughter. The cameras saw Kody's face becoming crimson, David smiling, and the children howling. Kody exclaimed, "Christine," with a half-laugh and half-grimace. "That isn't amusing." She mocked, "Oh, come on," as she leaned against David's shoulder. "You can manage being a brother-husband for 5 minutes if I had to be a sister-wife." David even joked, "Hey, I'll take it if it makes the family work." Christine laughed, obviously enjoying the response. It was her way of demonstrating that she is healed enough to joke about what once crushed her heart, and it was the ideal balance of empowerment and fun. Social media exploded when the show aired. Videos of Christine's brother-husband's incident became viral on X, previously Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. "Christine calling them brother-husbands is peak healing energy," a fan commented. "She prevailed. This is Christine's era," another person commented. After sobbing on the porch, she started making fun of Kody. "I cherish her." Even Chris Poole, the executive producer of Sister Wives, gave a tiny clue on the internet by writing, "Iconic moment alert," along with a winking emoji. The scene perfectly encapsulated the aspects of Christine's metamorphosis that fans have adored. She is no longer burdened by the emotional strain of multiple marriages or Kody's dominance. With a spouse who loves her for who she is instead laughing, thriving, and living life on her terms. Of course, there was more going on behind Kody's fake laughter. He revealed how the prank truly affected him in his confessional later in the show. He acknowledged, "I don't think she meant to be mean." However, it's difficult to listen to her discuss it so lightly. "She seems to have moved on entirely, but I'm still trying to figure out what occurred." He continued by acknowledging that he misses their previous family harmony, but he refrained from taking responsibility for its disintegration. "It's good that she's happy," he added, "but occasionally I question whether we could have arrived here without losing everything." There was a rare touch of vulnerability in Kody's comments. While Christine has found peace, viewers could see that Kody is still struggling with feelings of regret and confusion, which appeared to intensify with each new season as his relationships with his other wives, especially Robyn, continued to change. David Woolley, meanwhile, once again demonstrated why his admirers adore him. He complimented Christine on her elegance and humor in his confessional. "That's simply who she is," he grinned. Even in awkward situations, Christine manages to lighten the mood, and truthfully, it's among my favorite things about her. David also disclosed that he didn't mind being in Kody's space or even being made fun of for it. "I am aware of their past. I honor it. That aspect of her life cannot be replaced by me. Right now, all I want to do is love her and help the family in any way I can." It served as another reminder of the two men's differences. One was composed and emotionally stable, while the other was still troubled by feelings of loss and pride. Christine reflected on the now famous joke during her solo confessional later in the episode. She clarified that she has always used humor as a coping strategy, particularly in the most difficult times of her marriage to Kody. "It still has power over you if you can't laugh about it," she remarked, "and I'm not going to allow the past to rule me any longer. I've come to terms with it, and sometimes that means cracking a joke that makes everyone cringe." Christine also acknowledged that a part of her wanted to demonstrate to her kids that forgiveness might involve smilingly letting go of grudges rather than forgetting. She went on, "I don't want my kids to see bitterness. I want them to witness love, happiness, and healing, because our family needs it right now." Following the meal, viewers witnessed a startling exchange between David and Kody. "Thanks for being good to her," Kody murmured to David as they were bidding him farewell. With a nod, David said quietly, "She deserves it." Two men acknowledging the past, present, and future in a single discussion was quick but impactful. For devoted Sister Wives viewers, it marked the end of a protracted, traumatic chapter, and the start of something more balanced, yet flawed. Christine's one-liner had emotional resonance in addition to being funny. The lady who formerly fought for love and attention now feels comfortable making jokes about the life she left behind, which was a full-circle moment. Additionally, it completely changed the basic idea behind the show. Sister Wives spent years examining how several women dealt with having a single husband. Now, in a symbolic reclaiming of power, Christine's prank placed the guys in the same awkward situation, if only for a chuckle. Most significantly, it served as a reminder to viewers that recovery need not be unpleasant. It may be audacious, humorous, and liberating. Christine Brown continues to be the emotional center of Sister Wives as it develops. One of the most fulfilling metamorphoses on reality TV has been her journey from a wife looking for approval to a woman who totally embraces her happiness. And this episode of Brother Husbands, perhaps it will just be remembered as the day she formally bid farewell to her former existence, leaving laughter in its stead.